Hey, how's it going, everybody? So I thought we could do something a little different. Instead of sit at the computer, look at all the screens and charts, we could watch the sunset and talk about some stuff. Every now and then we gotta take a step away from computers and just remember, where we are, what we're doing, and it's much more relaxing, meditative, and usually when we're in a relaxed state of mind, we're able to think the best. That's just my opinion. That's one of the reasons why I made this channel. So anyway, I have some things I want to talk about. We're not going to do a formal watch list, mainly because I had a pretty good last week, and I think the market might be rolling a little over in the short term. If we're looking at the SPY on like a 1 day, using 1 day candles for 1 year or 6 months, there's a very large divergence. On Thursday and Friday, there was a lot of selling pressure. There are 2 heavy red selling wicks. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but I'm not saying it's a good thing either, especially with this divergence. The last time we saw a divergence was right before the crash, and now there's another divergence, so this is what I think there might be in the short term. A pretty significant pullback, but I'm not confirming anything, I'm just saying this is what I think. I definitely want to talk about silver. Silver has had a major run up the last week, even the last 2 weeks. I expected to see a pullback, but I'm not saying it will ever pull back. I think the psychology and the mentality between this product has changed significantly, so it's it could be similar to the pullback. It could be similar to what happened the previous months with silver, where it had a major run up from like $7 to like maybe 11 or 12, had a flattened, it consolidated for about a week or so, and then had a little pullback and then pushed all the way up. Again, we're having a little pullback. This is the 3rd candle, I think, maybe, where it hasn't spiked up or shot down significantly. So I think it definitely needs a cool off period. It might see a further cool off, but I don't think we're going to see a heavy crash. It might come down 5%, but I think these prices are pretty stable. I do have a lot of position in silver in the gold miners. The gold hasn't been moving as fast as silver, so my position in gold's fine. I might be moving out of GLD and moving into the miners that I think are stable. KL is one of them. I think it's a great company. But again, this is what I think, not what you guys should be doing. If silver pulls back about 5%, I would definitely add some positioning in for my portfolio. I would like to move out of the ETF and move it into the actual miners. I think AG is my one that I'm heavily putting my money to. FSM is a good company too, I think, but I do need to do more research in that area. Even though it's kind of dumb to be buying at these high prices in silver, depending on what time frame you're looking into, they're at like the 2 standard deviation, but I think on the yearly they're at like the 1. But I'm mostly trading these prices on a large time frame, about like the 5-year time frame, even maybe more, and these are pretty significantly pushed down prices, so that's what I've been doing. So that's why I'm kind of fine buying at these higher level prices, because these are much longer time frame trades, so I'm okay with the volatility you might see in the short term. I had an Activision trade on a while ago that I took off. It wasn't moving how I was anticipating in the time frame I wanted. AMD was a blessing. I originally got the trade because I thought it would break the all-time high. It did. They kept putting out more news. Intel got hammered on earnings. AMD and TSM stock went up like 10% that day. It was insane. Caught a really nice wave. I'm very happy. The market's been treating me very well. I took a good amount of profits. However, I do want to try to ride this out as much as possible without being greedy. Their earnings are the 28th, I think that's Tuesday, or I don't really know exactly, but I think I might. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but it'll be probably an impulsive decision, and I'm very happy with that trade. NIO and TSLA are some stuff I was looking at too. They fell pretty significantly. NIO obviously more, but Tesla did fall, I think like 10%. Maybe 10%, I'm not too sure. Again, we're not looking at the charts, I'm just talking, we're watching the sunset. NIO would be a more interesting trade for me to take because I do like the volatility. It is falling to lower support price levels, however I still think it's got a little bit longer to go. I'll be keeping my eyes on it, but I'm not going to buy until I know it's a very good trading opportunity. I think if the last time I checked it was at like $11, I think the $7 to $9 range is a better buying zone, so we'll see what happens there. I think last Thursday and Friday most tech stocks got hammered pretty good. This isn't really surprising. They've been on a huge run up. They need a pullback. They need to come back down to a little bit better valuations, in my opinion. They can't just keep buying up, especially when there's not more good news or really anything. I mean, there's some good news, but not enough to drive up the prices to these levels. Same thing with Tesla. it kept, even though earnings are pretty good, I'm actually really happy that the company is making money and stuff. But these prices just can't keep running up without the earnings increasing that much too, you know? It's not how it works. And I guess the reason why it works with like silver or something is because it's a commodity, it's not really a company. But the reason why you trade the miners is because with the implied move of the commodity, the companies innately are going to make more money. I guess innately is not a good word to use there, but it sounds fancy. Anyway, I'm not really going to be watching too many other things. I know there's a lot more earnings, so every day I'm just going to be checking to see what earnings came in, because I'm just going to play the moves and again the volatility, see certain price levels if things are going to bounce and hold. Even though the SPY has this slight divergence, it's not that major. The move up on the SPY and price-wise is not that significant, but the RSI is much lower than the previous high. So it still is a pretty significant move. We'll see what happens, but I do think we will see maybe a little pullback to a decent price level, maybe like a 3 to 5% move, maybe more. I'm not really sure. Again, we're not looking at the chart. I'm just taking a guess, and then eventually move higher. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I think again the Fed's still printing a lot of money. We have to play that, or just be aware of it at least. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have too much else to say. I'm gonna let the sun set a little longer. I'll let you guys go. I'll keep some music on maybe or something if you guys like it. It's nice relaxing. So anyway, enjoy your night, and I'll see you guys during the week.